All right, I got a 5-pack. Players, managers, GMs, in terms of the Blue Jays today compared to where they were last year. At number 5, I have Bo Bichette. Okay, Bo Bichette last year did not have a good year. Did not have a good year. Injury-riddled year. I believe he was a negative wins above replacement. It was a mess. It was a mess for Bo. And at that point, it felt like a foregone conclusion. He didn't have a future with this team. You know, who's going to pay him and what are they going to pay him? I love that. Hayes' list put some respect on my name.
Well, people are talking about you should trade him and get something back for him, like break up, the him and Vladdy type of thing. Yep. Like he was in a dark place, and I think the fan base was in a dark place with him as well last year.
Absolutely, and he completely redeemed himself. He was phenomenal this year, injury notwithstanding, but he can't control that. Play at the plate. That's another reason maybe why you want the Yankees. Right, we'll see the Yankees again. We'll meet you at home plate, Yankee Stadium, where you took out Bo Bichette. Yeah. So Bo Bichette at 5. Number 4, I got John Schneider. John Schneider. Now, some people might say you should be higher on this list, and that's possible, but I think it'll make sense once I get to the 3 guys in front of him. Now, Schneider, classic case of the Jays. The Jays, historically have had managers that have kind of just managed here, and they haven't really gotten jobs anywhere else or had success anywhere else. Maybe Bobby Cox notwithstanding. John Farrell famously got plucked and went to Boston, won a World Series, but then that disappeared for him. Yeah. But Cito Gaston, no. John Gibbons, no. John Schneider, and it was like, all right, here's a guy who's been in the minors forever. Is he going to win? Can he win? Is he just going to be a lackey for the front office? Yeah. And this year, he stepped up big time. Now, he's always been a likable guy. That's why I got him at 4. And again, I don't think it was his issue why everything went awry last year, but he didn't help. And this year, I think he's gone with gut instinct. He has not been dealt a great hand in terms of the bullpen and their performances, and he's had to dance around that consistently all year, and I think he's done the best possible job you could in that scenario. And I think he's really made a name for himself. I think this was a huge season for John Schneider. He's made it this year. So John Schneider at 4.
Big time. Really enjoy his body work.
Yeah, he's done a great job. This might surprise some people. I got Ross Atkins at 3. Now, I think a lot of people would have thought Ross might be at the top of this list, but I got Ross at 3. Now, Ross is a tenured GM. He's been here for a long time.
Yes.
Right? And they have made the playoffs before, but this year, a lot of the work he did last offseason has not really done anything for them this year. Santander obviously has not done anything. They brought back Garcia. He's been hurt. Scherzer, didn't pitch really the first half and then was good for a while. And then recently it's really been a struggle for him. Hoffman was actually a lot better recently. Credit to Jeff Hoffman, a lot better recently. But we know he's blown saves, given up a lot of home runs. ERA hasn't been great. But the youth in the system that he is responsible for, he's been here so long. The contract he gave to Alejandro Kirk before the year, unbelievable work considering the way Kirk has played this year. His faith in a lot of these guys, including John Schneider, Ross Atkins, put some respect on his name. What a turnaround this year compared to last.
Big
Ross
time.
Atkins at 3.
Deserves a lot of respect. And the fact that, some of the moves that didn't make, like the Ohtani, all of that, chasing that. And people were all over him, but he's stuck with the team. He's been patient.
At the deadline, he went out and got Shane Bieber. That was a risk-reward move. It's been a great move for them. A great move going out and getting Shane Bieber. All right, at number 2, Alejandro Kirk. Again, when he signed that contract, people wondering what's going on. The last couple of years, he's not been good, especially at the plate. Like his batting statistics have been terrible. Remember the Gabby Marino trade? Yes. Everyone was like, how do you move off Marino? How do you move off Danny Jansen?
Yeah.
A lot of people in Toronto thought you're stuck with Kirk. How can you pick him? And look what he's done this year. He's been phenomenal. He started more games than at any point in his career. He's been healthy. Yeah. Massive hits, including the Grand Slam yesterday and the home run. Alejandro Kirk at 2.
Very consistent.
Unbelievable redemption. Put some respect on his name.
Yep.
And at number 1, George Springer.
I was going to say.
Got to be Springer, right? George Springer just had statistically one of the best years in Blue Jays history. And he's been a guy that's somewhat injury prone since he arrived in Toronto. The only thing that could knock him out was a fastball to the head.
Yes.
Right? That's the only thing that knocked him out this year.
Yeah.
That took a 95-mile-an-hour fastball off the head. That's the only thing that knocked him out. And the guy has been so consistent all year. They're clearly their MVP. Their best player, DH, he's reclaimed the leadoff role, which he had when he arrived, and he lost, deservedly so, because he's played the last 2 years. Numbers off the charts. hitting for power. Look at this. Since the All-Star break, his ranking, his average 369 second in baseball, his on-base percentage first, his slugging first, obviously his OPS, over 1,100 since the All-Star break OPS.
And he's 36 years old, too. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, he was an afterthought coming
into
the season.
He really was.
How are you going to hide him in the lineup? What are you going to do with Springer's contract? And literally their most important player.
Yep.
Every time you've needed something big, emotional or an actual play, he's the guy who's delivered.